So my whole kind of like introduction to Buddhism was really through meditation.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't really know about Buddhism until I burned out of a social frat in college and was like, I think I had this one dude. He worked at the gym, and he was our RA. That's what it was. He was our
Mm-hmm.
RA when we were freshmen. He was our RA, and he was like, "Dude, look, like you guys should just come by on Wednesdays and meditate with us. And it's nothing serious. It's nothing crazy. Just come by and like sit in this room with us, and do your thing." And we did that, and like literally within a year it became like a movement, bro. Like everyone who had been in those rooms 3 or 4 weeks in a row was like, what more can we do? Like how can we make this a thing? And it became an organization. And it was literally like Wednesday nights, if you want to meditate at San Diego State, you know where to go. And it was like in the middle of the student union, and it was like this room, this big giant room that everyone knew about, that you could go in the middle of your week to meditate. And then we'd have a conversation about stealing, or we'd have a conversation about lying. Anything that like went against, it wasn't like you need to be Buddhist to show up. It was like, let's just take some topics from Buddhist teachings and talk about them.
That's
And
dope.
you'd be fucking surprised how many college kids needed that shit. Like, when I say you'd be surprised, I mean you would not be surprised. It was everybody.
That
like,
sounds a lot
like
more
by
productive.
the end of it, at our peak, we had like people coming from every single social fraternity being like, I don't want to fucking be doing what I'm doing. I don't know why I am. Like, I'd come here every week for safety. Like, literally, like it was that type of space. And I'm pretty disconnected from it now. I have no doubt that that organization is flourishing on SCSU, like as a social fraternity, because that's like what we fought for.
That's good though,
We were
man.
like, look,
I mean,
we're not a fucking cultural fraternity. If we fight for cultural fraternity status, no one's gonna give
Okay,
us the
I'm
chance.
not
It
hip.
was
What's
social.
what's the difference between
It's all like funding. It's all like bureaucratic bullshit. It's all like,
so you get more
if you're a social fraternity, you have to have a place. You have to have a place people can go.
right.
Like you have to have a frat house. And then it's like, I forget, like, look, I wasn't super involved with like making it happen. The first year that I took a leadership role, I was the pledge educator, and I wrote the whole semester design for the pledges. And it was all like, dude, we took 4 trips, 2 of which were overnight, 2 of which were not overnight, and it was all places in San Diego that offered like Buddhist education. And
That's
it was
cool,
all
man.
just sick shit. It was all just like, yeah, I'll pay one. Our dues were $1. It was me coming fresh off of being involved with like a social fraternity that was like, yeah, your dues are fucking $1,300.
Right.
And it was like, no, your dues are $1 if you want to pledge. Like, yeah, we're going on these 4 trips. If you guys want to pay for like, help pitch in for gas to go to whatever, we did it.
See that? I mean,
It
that's
was
cool,
like
man.
we visited Buddhist temples. We visited houses where people like hosted meditations. It was like we covered every part of the spectrum of like people who were dedicating their lives just to meditating.
Right.
And it was cool, man, because you saw so many kids find relief in it. I'm like,
It's good, man.
19,
Especially in a
and it's
college environment where it seems like, I mean, just what you gather from what fraternities are about, it's like, it's all just seems like it's a lot of partying and a lot of bullshit and a lot of, it's a lot of just kind of debauchery. So it's good that, there's a spot where other people can
even
have
away from debauchery and from the hedonism of college campuses, just the stress and the overwhelming nature of studying and all this pressure to get somewhere with your academics. Definitely Zen focus is something that's very important to learn. I wish I learned more about it when I was in college. I mean, I learned about it when I was like younger. And then as a teenager, I got into other stuff, kind of forgot about it. I really connected with spirituality towards the tail end of my college career. But I wish I was more in touch with like my spirituality and Zen focus and learning to be just more in the moment and like just let everything else wash away while I was studying, in the middle of my college career. That would have been really good. Yeah, man. Kyle's taking a piss right now, so we're gonna fucking
I know.
fill the void for